Tonight on Murrow News 8, the reason why WSU canceled classes.
And more updates on the deadly coronavirus. Murrow News 8 starts now.
Washington State University. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Promise Calloway.
And I'm Jane McDonald. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
Everyone returned to campus today after classes were canceled on Wednesday. Let's take a look at how some students spent their snow day. Crim reported yesterday that the university changed its policy on class cancellations. Now the WSU inclement weather team meets the night before a significant weather event and decides then if class will be held the next day instead of announcing it by 6 a.m. the day of. Asher Lyon has more on what came from the storm Tuesday night.
Thanks, Promise. Hopefully everyone had a wonderful snow day. Saw tons of pictures on social media. A bunch of tubes and sleds on Thompson Flats. Looked like a great time. So like you just heard, WSU just changed their policy about canceling school. It has to do with the forecast of the night before, and we saw a big range in that forecast. We saw estimations up to 10 inches of snow, but fortunately most of that turned to rain, in the early afternoon. What you're looking at right now is the radar of eastern Washington. You see this green area here up towards Spokane. That'll be your lighter snow, heavier rain. Head south towards Pullman, your darker blue area, that'll be your lighter rain. And the system headed towards the southeast at a very slow rate, so expect rain throughout the week. We have our 5-day forecast coming up soon, but before that, let's take a look at today's forecast. Not too much difference in the temperature, high 40, low 39, those scattered showers throughout the day. So some light winds coming up out of the west, 8 miles an hour. Early sunrise, early sunset again, that'll be something to look out for. Going to tomorrow's forecast, pretty similar numbers, high 44, low 34, more rain. As I said, that system moving at a very slow rate towards the southeast. Some higher winds though, so be sure to watch out for that, 10 to 15 miles an hour. Similar times for sunrise and to sunset at 5 p.m. Like I said, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast coming up soon. But before that, Promise and Jane back at the desk.
WSU faculty with innovative ideas to enhance teaching and learning can apply for a grant of up to $5,000. According to WSU Insider, Vice Provost Mary F. Wack announced faculty have until March 23rd to apply.
According to the Daily Evergreen, the public can now comment on Whitman County's Hazard Mitigation Plan draft, which prepares the county for natural disasters including droughts, earthquakes, flooding, dam failures, landslides, and wildfires. Robin Cocking, Deputy Director of Whitman County's Emergency Management, said the Federal Emergency Management Agency awarded Whitman County a $65,000 grant in February 2019 to help create the Hazard Mitigation Plan. The comment period ends on February 11th.
Moscow City crews are on the lookout for flooding following the snowfall. As the temperatures rise and snow melts, the city says they're prepared for this possibility of Moscow's landscape that can make for flooding and a little tricky for other people to get around. For instance, Moscow's Paradise Creek is the city's primary drainage and can rise quickly with the new melting snow. City crew hopes that this doesn't happen. The staff will also continue to watch snow totals and keep an eye on Paradise Creek. A well-known Spokane developer has avoided prison time according to Crim. A judge sentencing Ron Wells to 1 year of house arrest after he pled guilty to 9 charges relating to insurance fraud. The maximum prison time for all 9 counts was 60 years, according to Wells' jury indictment. He and others staged automobile accidents to receive insurance payouts. The Senate acquitted President Trump on both articles of impeachment, abuse of power, and obstruction of Congress. Senator Mitt Romney was the only Republican to vote against his party and joined Democrats in voting to convict Trump. President Trump speaks out after the acquittal at the event that stretched for more than an hour, stating, quote, "We've been going through this for 3 years. It was evil, it was corrupt, it was dirty cops, it was leakers and liars. This should never happen to another president ever." Not long after Trump's acquittal, protesters took to the streets of Spokane, some in disbelief. While the president's acquittal is good news for his supporters, it's not sitting well with many local Democrats. The protesters were accusing Republican senators of a cover-up and holding signs that read, quote, "America is being betrayed." The group of roughly 30 people were a part of more than 100 other demonstrators across America.
According to Pullman Radio, the state's Department of Commerce has allocated a $10,000 facilities pre-design grant to Community Child Care Center. The department allocated over $17 million statewide to child care providers on Thursday for planning, expansion, remodels, and construction of early learning facilities. And coming up, results from the Iowa caucus.
Stay tuned to see what football recruit got recruited from Pullman High School when we come back.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome back to Murrow News 8. As the Iowa caucus draws to an end, the National Democratic Party is already calling to hold another caucus, according to the CBS News. The chairman for the Democratic Party is calling for an immediate recanvass because of a razor-thin margin between candidates Pete Buttigieg and Bernie Sanders. Buttigieg is currently at 26.2% and Sanders is at 26.1%. At the time of broadcast, 97% of results are in. The coronavirus was first detected back in December, and now it is spreading to more countries and claiming more lives by the day. The Wall Street Journal reports that yesterday was the deadliest day for China. 73 people died and over 3,600 new cases were reported. One of the most recent deaths was from the doctor that warned the public of the coronavirus. According to CNN, Dr. Li Wenyan has died after becoming infected with the coronavirus. He was often called the Chinese whistleblower doctor after he compared the virus to SARS. Wenyan was infected while working with infected patients and died early Friday morning at Wuhan Central Hospital.
According to the Associated Press, NASA astronaut Christina Koch landed safely in Kazakhstan today after 11 months in orbit, competing into the longest space flight by a woman. The 328-day mission was Koch's first flight into space and allowed researchers to study the long-term effects of space flight on a woman. Koch told AP last month that taking part in the first all-female spacewalk was the highlight of her mission.
Now let's kick it back to weather to see the 5-day forecast.
Thank you, Promise. Like I said before, that system you saw, the graphic of the eastern side of Washington, that system is covering the entire state. As you see over in Olympia and Seattle, they're still getting rain, and they'll get rain throughout the week, but they're a little warmer, not too much snow over there. 57 in Olympia, 50 in Seattle. Now that system is heading south-southeast, but it managed to avoid south-central Washington. As you see, Yakima, no rain, just partly cloudy, 58 the high, a little warmer. Same with Tri-Cities, a little higher there as well, 54, 47 the high. And then, like I said before, 38 up in Spokane, 40 in Pullman, that slow system with all that rain going southeast. Now if we take a look at 5-day forecast, that slow system, like I said, you should expect rain and snow this weekend. 45 Friday, a little colder on Saturday with that snow. Then on Sunday, you should start to see some of that snow start to melt, but it'll still be cold, 39 down over there. Then Monday, it'll be sunny, 41, should be clear skies. And that's a look at weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
And when we come back, Jasmine Brown has your sports.
It's okay to be scared. You don't have to be so strong.
Strength is not optional. This is my mother, my purpose. Real muscle is lifting her spirits between bedpans and bad news from doctors that doubt her strength. Strength is buried in bills, managing meds, and swallowing those moments of, Mom, it's me, your daughter. Remember? My strength is super, but I'm still human, right?
Look who's here. There she is. Thanks for your patience.
How you feel?
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community, or call 1-877-333-5885.
Pullman High School football athlete Isaiah Strong has committed to the University of Washington. In a recent post on Twitter, Strong posted pictures with his family of signing day with the caption, "Officially a dog who's ready." Strong committed to Washington as a referred walk-on and will make his transfer next season. Isaiah is the son of Max Strong, who held a 14-year career as fullback for the Seattle Seahawks. Cougars traveled to the Kibbe Dome for the third time this indoor season for the Idaho Team Challenge. The indoor track and field event is scheduled for Friday, February 7th, starting at 10 a.m. with the women's weight throw. A full list of events and times can be found at govandals.com. ESPN reported today that talks over the proposed ownership sale of the Mets has ended. The Mets contemplated a deal between Sterling Partners and hedge fund manager Steve Cohen that would have allowed 83-year-old controlling owner and chief executive officer Fred Wilpon to refrain his position for another 5 years. Wilpon declined to comment on the situation, and baseball commissioner Rod Manfred would not say whether or not the deal would be brought back. According to ESPN.
When we come back, celebrate one of our favorite tasty treats tonight.
We'll be right back.
This guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for one. He's tough enough to feed the man that gave him a lifetime of nourishment. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. That's right. No employee of the month bonus check here. This guy, no, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. Good luck finding a gym to train for that. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Today is National Frozen Yogurt Day. Today is the day to recognize that sweet, frozen, and customizable dessert. Frozen yogurt sales are increasing every year as people are looking for healthier alternatives to ice cream. Fun fact, not only are the bacteria that exist in frozen yogurt good for your digestive system, but also they help improve bad breath.
Thank you so much for watching tonight. Be sure to watch our newscast at nwpp.org/MN8 and on Cable 8 at 7 and 10.
Don't forget, you can also follow Murrow News 8 on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night.